I think it's time we buff the Holland Wargaming. As you can see, 64, 60, 70, 76, 71. Now I don't use this ship anymore because of its bullshit nerf. I haven't used this ship in ages. Thank you, Wargaming. And 71, 70. And then you get the Holland, which is on 47. Like, it needs a buff, Wargaming. You need to buff the Holland. It's too slow. Its guns don't reach range. And I'm sorry, but 10k torps. Like, well, it's 86 knots. Who gives a shit? Alright, put down to 80 knots and give me fucking 13,000. I don't care. It's just too slow. Way too slow. 35 knots for a destroyer with no smoke is absolutely disgusting. Like, you need to buff the Holland. Like, really buff the Holland. Look, 43 knots, Wargaming. 43 knots. The Kablairs even more. 47, bro. 47 knots. Like, you need to buff. It's even got low health too. 22,000. What was that? 20. 26. That's not with. Is that got Sims? Oh, it's got Sims. Look at Kablair. 25,000 for Kablair. This one's even more. Look, 24,000. 38 knots Wargaming. Almost 39 knots. Like, the daring matches the Holland. 35 knots. Like, but that's got smoke and hydro. Smoke and hydro Wargaming. Or sonar. What's Shimakaze? I think my Shimakaze has 40 knots. Look at that, 43 knots Wargaming. With literally the lowest concealment. Bullshit fucking torps. The gearing does probably 36 knots, I believe. Yep. But you know, I got guns. The Holland's guns don't do nothing like these. Like, you need to buff the Holland Wargaming. It needs a buff. As an experienced player at Legends on destroyers, as you can see, 3 million, 2.7, 1.2. Like, I'm no joke. Like, you need to buff the Holland. Look, stats don't lie, Wargaming. Look, stats don't lie. 3.43, bro. 22,000 ships. Like, you need to buff the Holland. It needs to be in the works. It needs to be done soon, because a ship with no smoke does not do 35 knots. It needs a massive buff. That needs to be at least 45 knots, Wargaming. I don't even use it. It's just a shit ship. That's just shit. That's just shit. There's so many better destroyers out there, and this just needs a buff. Make it happen, Wargaming.